Good evening. This is Jenny from Gemini Crafts, based in Brackley in the centre of the UK. Thank you so much for joining me for my Facebook Live. Slightly different one this evening. I had planned to craft, but I've had a rather manic day today and been doing a lot of computer work, and I just ran out of time to prep for this evening. So as I promised, I would show you all of the ingredients for the class in a box. I thought I would do that in place of my crafting session, so at least you get something of me for a Friday evening. So I hope everybody is well. I can see a few people have joined us already. So Tracy, Fiona, Molly and Linda. So thank you for that. And what I'll do is I'll show you the products that go with the class in a box, and then I'll go through the contents, and I'll show you then some of the samples that we have that will be available for you to make with the box. So the class itself is based on the stamp set called Forever Fern and the dies that go with it. Now these are optional. You can make the class box without these, because you can substitute the papers which go with this, which are called Forever Greenery, which feature the images that you see and a lot more besides. So you don't have to use the stamp set and or the dies. Obviously, if you do have those, that gives you the ability just to do a little bit more with the contents of the box, but it's not essential. So if you are a beginner crafter or you have limited craft supplies, you will still be able to create the majority of the cards that I'm going to show you. The only thing you won't have are any sentiments, so for example, thank you, happy birthday, things like that. So if you are a complete beginner, when you order your class in a box, just indicate that, just put a note on that, and then I'll make sure I give you some additional instructions on how you can finish the designs, obviously without any sentiment stamps. So let me just get my other screen up and running so I can see who's here and any questions. So feel free to ask any questions. If this is your first time and you're considering the class in a box, feel free to ask any questions of the ladies that are here, because Tracy, hi Mariam, Tracy, Carol, Fiona and Molly have all had my class in a box previously. So if you want their version of everything, then that is absolutely fine. Please just ask away. So this is the stamp set. It's £22 on its own, and it does have these gorgeous designs. You won't be disappointed. Now I've just stamped this in a single colour, but you can see the shading that's going on in there, and it's got oh, I missed a sentiment. There's a hello sentiment as well. Don't know why I missed that one off. It's got these nice little splots, and then obviously this greenery, and then these are the die cuts that you will get. These ones here in your pack, so you'll get a half a sheet of 6 colours made into die cuts. So you'll get all of these in each of the colours, plus a whole load more. So this is just some of them. So there's different ones on here, obviously, to the stamps as well. And you can cut them up. So if you only want to use a little bit at the top, just snip that little bit out, or just snip that little leaf off there, and you can do that. So you get all of these, get these tiny little ones, And you obviously don't have to use these on your cards from the class in a box. You can use them for other things. There will be plenty there to go round. And you get them in 6 different colours, and I'll tell you what the colours are in a second, because you get 6 A5 cards folded to A6 with the pack itself, okay, which you can either use as base cards or you can use for matting and layering. It's entirely up to you. So that is the stamp set, £22. If you buy it with the dies, so you would need a die cutting machine, then obviously you can do all of these to your heart's content, and you can stamp and cut out these as well. And if you buy it together, it's £49.50, which is the stamp set and the dies combined at a discount. So those are optional items. Let me show you what you will get in your box. Let me just see if my other machine has come to life so I can talk to you while we're looking at everything, and then if you need me to show you anything again, I can do that more easily. It's on a go slow, let me give it a chance. Okay, so you your package will arrive in this flat box, which is will fit through most standard letterboxes. If you've got a particularly small letterbox, you may find it doesn't fit in. Let me move this out of the way, but I won't forget that. So let me talk you through this bit by bit. This is the first thing you'll get, and this is 6 by 12 inch sheets of the Forever Greenery papers. Oh, I found myself. So let me show you there's 2 sides because they're double-sided. So this is from the pack called Forever Greenery, and you can order additional packs if you would like. Oh, hi Moretta, hi Carol, Marion, hi Scylla, Linda, oh, and Grania. Oh good, I'm glad Grania's with you. So, and I know Grania's had some of the packs as well. So we have this one here, which is almost like succulents on there, and then this design. Now your pack will come with 6 inches by 12 inch papers. Okay, if you want to order more papers, they do come as 12 by 12 inches, but in order to fit in the box I will cut them down to 6 by 12, but that fits most people's requirements. Okay, and the other side of that, this one here, sort of eucalyptus type or honesty or something, and then the stripes on the back. This one here, so that mimics some of the stamps, and that one there, and then finally this one and this one on the back. So these are stunning papers. You could make some good men's cards as well if you ignore the sort of floral ones and just go for the stripes and the patterned ones. So you'll get 6 of these sheets. Now each one of these could make 3 full-size standard A6 cards. Okay, so technically you could make 18 cards just using those papers alone and some card to go with it. Lovely to see you, Marion. But in addition to that, you will get 6 A6 cards, and the colours of these match the papers. Pretty Peacock, Pear Pizzazz, Soft Seafoam, Garden Green, Just Jade and Old Olive. So you get 6 cards ready to go. And then the other half of this, because these start off as A4, will be cut up into die cuts for you. And this is where you'll get a whole series of all of these shapes, plus some squares, rectangles and circles, and some white squares, rectangles and circles for your sentiments. Okay, so you get 6 of those cards. To go with that, you will get 4 A6 envelopes, and the only reason I've done that is because I'm assuming that you will probably cut 1 or 2 of these up to do some matting and layering. Okay, you then also get 5 small note cards and envelopes. So those are the envelopes, and let me find the note cards. I've only got a solid pack here, but you'll get 5 note cards as well. Okay, so you get 6 base cards, 5 white note cards, 5 envelopes, 4 A6 envelopes. Hi Sandy. Okay, so we're building nicely. In addition to that, you will have 4 pieces of white, Whisper White A4 card for stamping sentiments, and if you choose the stamp set, obviously then you can stamp onto that and then die cut them out. You also get 2 of these cute little, they're called paper pumpkin boxes, and that's based on the type of box that we have over in America, and we'll show you a finished one in a second. You'll get a couple of these embossed panels. So there's 2 different patterns. Now you can buy the embossing folders as one of the options, and that's £7.50 for 2 folders, and I'll show you the other design shortly. I think the pièce de résistance is probably this. Hi Nicole. And that is these amazing gold laser cut sheets. You get 6 panels, each one is different, and those panels fit the front of the Whisper White note cards. They're designed to fit that. I'll show you some samples in a minute. And because these are 8 inches square, what I will do is I will break these down like so, and they just literally come off the back. I don't want to dismantle the whole thing, and put them into a little bag, so you'll get 6 panels like that. But I'll also cut these strips up so that you've got some strips of gold. So you get 6 of those, and I'll show you some samples, as I said, so you can see what's involved. And you get all of these as well. So these are all gold foil laser cut. So this is how you can make lots of cards without needing the dies, because you can literally just pull these apart and they literally just come out like so. And they're quite strong, like that. Okay, they're white on one side, so if you wanted to, you could turn it over and make that into a completely different design. You could brayer over that if you were careful. You could add ink. These would be perfect for Christmas. So you haven't tried these out, these are in the new annual catalogue. They're great for Christmas. So you'll get all of these as well. So this is separate leaves, all of these panels, little berries, all sorts. And you can, as I said, just cut them down and use parts of them. Okay, now these are quite delicate, so again I am going to separate these out and pop them in a bag for you, and they will have a bit of cardboard in, okay, to protect them. And if that wasn't enough, thank you, Babsy. Oh, I just realised how much that was shining. If that wasn't enough, you get 2 meters of this matching ribbon, which is Old Olive on one side and Pretty Peacock on the other. So really pretty, and it matches the papers perfectly. And I've added a bonus sponge dauber in for this month. So this has been added in at no cost to yourselves, so that you can do some of the backgrounds. So you get all of that for £20 posted to you. I have to say the majority of the cost of that is all product, and then there's a small amount to cover postage and packing to you. With these you also get full video instructions, okay, for all of the cards that I have designed, plus hints and tips, and that's unlimited access to those, but that is only for people who purchase the class in a box. Okay, so let me show you a few samples. Do let me know if you need to see anything again, if you want me to show you. Hi Julia. Babsy, I think I've said hi too. Hi Claire. So those are some of the contents. Let me move those over carefully and not lose any. I'll pop it back in the box. So let me show you some of the finished samples. So you will have instructions for these. So this is the other embossed panel that you will get. This really pretty embossing. You can see I've used a gold piece here. I have stamped a sentiment on there from the set, but you could replace that with any sentiment. And this could obviously go on its side with a large happy birthday or something. So there is one design. This is one of the finished boxes. So one piece of 6x12 paper will be enough to cover the top, the front, the sides and the back. And this is what the paper pumpkin boxes look like. You can probably work out what I've done on the top. So I've used some of the die cuts. I've used one of the gold pieces. So everything you see here has been made from less than one pack. So there's no, I haven't cheated and used 2 packs. There's just a single pack here. And you'll get these die cuts. I've added a little bit of ribbon on here. So that is the little paper pumpkin box. And inside it will hold 5, well it will hold more, but I've allowed for 5 note cards and envelopes, and that's what you get in your pack. So here's a few more of the designs, and you will have full video content, tutorials step by step, talking you through how these were created. I'm not going to do that now, as a giveaway, but you can see here I've just used one of those gold panels for backing. Just place that on its own. Added some more layers to that one. Now this is a stamped version, and this is the version you can recreate without having the stamps. Okay, and obviously you could add more bits and pieces in, and I've just cut up some layers there to fit in. So just to show you that you can make everything without the stamp set. I do think the stamp set really steps it up, and you'll get obviously a lot more use out of it in the future. But those are just some of the designs that you will have access to. There are more, but I'm not going to show you all. So that is the class in a box. Hi Pauline, for July. I do a new class in a box every month, and I may bring out some extra ones as well, but it's I aimed as a monthly class, the same as I would hold if I was holding it in one of our locations at the halls. But you get much more in your pack because I'm not obviously paying for overheads of the hall and refreshments and things like that. So if you want to give this a go for the first time, you're most welcome. What will happen is you need to order by Sunday this weekend. So I open it up for just a week, or just over a week actually. And you'll need to either be invoiced £20 for the class in a box, or you can opt for the additional stamp set. You can also add more papers. You can add the embossing folders. So I will post up the list of items that you can add. But basically you'll order it before the end of Sunday this weekend. Then what I do is I order all of the products for everybody in one go. That will get delivered to me next week. I've checked that everything is currently in stock. And then I prepare all your packs and then send them out. And if you've opted for the extra stamp set or the embossing folders, then they get added into your box. So I hope that has been useful. As I say, you get a lot. I like to think you get a lot for your money. So you're getting all of those gold items. You're getting 2 boxes. You get ribbon. You get papers and instructions. And as I say, the majority of the cost is product for you. I have to say, if you don't want to do the ones that I've done, you can do entirely your own thing. I'm not going to check up on you. You may have lots of other designs, and obviously there's lots of designs on the internet using this stamp set, these dies and the papers. So you can do entirely your own thing. You are welcome to share in our Facebook group if you're a customer of mine and not a demonstrator. Then you can share anything you make in there, and we have lots of different ideas then that people can follow. So I hope that has been useful to you. I will put the link up and you can just email me if you would like to order one, but that must be received and paid for by 9 PM this Sunday. And then it's my job to get that ordered and spend a few days preparing everything, cutting it up, cutting out your die cuts and getting everything ready for you. So I hope that's been useful. Please ask any questions if you have any, or if you're interested for the first time but you're not quite sure, then by all means watch this on replay again and just message me. But that is this month's offering for Glass in a Box. Are there any questions before I finalise? Everything's very quiet. Claire, I've got something for you which I'm getting over to you tomorrow while I remember. No questions from anybody? All quiet on the Western Front by the looks of things. Okay. Alright, I'm going to leave that with you for this evening. As I say, sorry I'm not actually crafting. This week I've just run out of time and run out of steam, I think. So thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to catching up with you really soon. If you've joined me towards the end and you want to see what we were doing, then it will come up available on replay fairly shortly. I'll also pop this onto YouTube this evening and email that to anybody who's requested more information about it, so you can see exactly what you're getting for your money. Thank you so much indeed. I look forward to speaking to you soon, and to you take care. I hope you have a nice weekend. I've got a fairly quiet weekend planned, which I'm very grateful for, and I'm looking forward to having a little bit of sun and spending a little bit of time, hopefully, in the garden. And for those of you that know me, that means sitting in the garden with my feet up, not actually gardening. Sorry to dispel any myths about that. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Take care. I look forward to catching up with you really soon, and I hope you all have a good weekend. Stay safe and look after each other. Look after your loved ones and yourself. And I do hope you can keep crafting. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, there's a message from Babsy. No, because you can make two the same if you wanted to. Sorry, Babsy, I've only just spotted that with the today. So you could do the same with the other box, or you could turn it into something completely different. So it was just an extra box rather than have just one in the pack. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.